I met with the producer, Roger Birnbaum, and I said, I want to do a movie with Jackie Chan. You don't understand, I'm the biggest fan of his. So he said, well, he's going to have to approve you, and, you got to go meet him. So I flew to South Africa for 1 day. I flew all the way to South Africa, and I met with him, and I said, Jackie, you don't understand. Oh, I got to make this movie with you. And I said, well, which movie are you going to make? And he said, Rush Hour is the one I want to do. And I said, I'm so happy because out of all the scripts that I'd read, Rush Hour is by far the best one. Before he agreed to meet with me, I sent him a copy of Money Talks. And I think what it was that Money Talks was a real movie with a beginning, a middle, and end, with characters, with a great storyline. And he said, Brett, Hong Kong directors don't understand story. They understand action. You understand story. You do story, I do action, okay? Chris knows what he wants to do. He knows about the character that he wanted to play. He definitely wanted to play something different than he did in Money Talks. He wanted to play a character that had more depth, that he could bring, have some real acting performances in and not just strictly comedy. And I think this character, and also he has, a very big competitive element here. I mean, Eddie Murphy played a great cop in Beverly Hills Cop, so he's always trying to, he's a very competitive person, Chris Tucker, so he looks at Beverly Hills Cop and says, how am I going to be a better cop than Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cop? And so he's very much involved in his character and the way that he portrays himself, and I respect that, and I hear him out. When you see my movie, and when you see Rush Hour, when you see Money Talks, and when you see these movies, you see that, you say to yourself, God, they must have had fun making that movie. Because we really, both of us had the same attitude. It's like making a movie is a very difficult, grueling process, but we're having fun. We love what we do. We love making movies. We love shooting. We love being on location. We love interacting with people. We're going to make this a good time. It's hard work. By the end of the day, we're exhausted. I convinced the studio to get him to bring his team of stunt coordinators, and aside from hiring an American stunt coordinator, Terry Leonard, who was a stunt coordinator and second unit director on Raiders of the Lost Ark, Die Hard 3, and The Fugitive, to work in collaboration with Jackie's team, because Jackie does things a certain way. He'll do an action sequence and shoot it for 3 months. We have a limited amount of time. So Terry is also the one to try to simplify it and to make sure that the safety issues, because Jackie will jump from one building to the next with no protection. And if he dies, I don't want to be the film that Jackie Chan dies on, because I will have about 100 million Jackie Chan fans from around the world putting a hit out on my life, and I want to make sure that he's very safe in this production.